Welcome back to Wall Street Week. As we discussed earlier, the markets were rattled a week ago when the FBI reopened its investigation into Secretary Hillary Clinton's emails.
It seems more likely it appears Donald Trump might win this election, the more volatile the stock market is. Joining us now, Simonetti and Charlie Gasparino.
Hi there.
Hi, Charlie. Is there a correlation between Trump doing better in the polls and the stock market? Is that what really happened this week?
Pre-today, the market has gone down every day since the FBI announcement that they're reopening the investigation. Not only that, we're talking about the stock market. The dollar versus peso trade. Peso, dollar up, peso down, right? Look at the VIX index, the measure of volatility, people getting scared. Way up. Look at gold. People are putting money in gold. It's a flight to quality. The market is clearly rattled by Donald Trump. It's clearly selling off in various ways as his poll numbers tighten. My bigger point is, if you're the small investor, you know, try to tune this out, because
Who are you voting for, Charlie?
Well, can I just make this point, and I'll tell you who I'm voting for. You know, he's going to be net good if he wins, and it's still an uphill battle. He's going to be net good for the markets, I believe, long term. We're going to have a Fed rate increase in December. We're going to have some volatility, but there's no way that a Republican Congress, which would likely come in if Donald Trump wins, is going to renege on NAFTA. It ain't happening, and markets hate that. So I think this is actually, I might be buying on the dip. But you ask me who I'm voting for? Neither of them. They both make me sick in different ways.
Are you voting?
No.
You're not voting?
No.
All right,
no.
I have a couple of things. I think the market has been down because the Hillary Clinton presidency was baked into the cake, and now with Donald Trump doing better, it's not necessarily that Wall Street is scared of a Donald Trump presidency. It's that they didn't expect him to be president. Also, with so many Republicans going against Donald Trump, for the the balance of power here, they might vote Hillary Clinton, but then keep Republicans in. Then you have gridlock, and that's good.
You don't think the market is down because of Donald Trump?
I think it's down because it was unexpected.
Charlie, I don't think the market's down because Donald Trump's doing better. I'll tell you what.
Everybody's repositioning their portfolio.
I'll tell you what I think.
Policies on a short-term basis.
I'll tell you what I think people are concerned. Remember, Jeffrey Gundlach came on this program earlier this year in April, and was the first person on Wall Street to predict that Trump was going to win the election, and he laid out why it would be good.
And he said the same thing 2 weeks ago.
Right. Why it would be good for assets.
He's good long term, but the market really doesn't buy that right now.
I believe the stock market, and I believe investors this week were concerned about one thing. I just pointed out at the top of the show, that Trump wins the popular vote, and he wins it by a large number of voters, and he loses the electoral vote.
That's not why they're changing their portfolio.
Charlie,
they would not change their portfolio for that.
Charlie, that's the biggest.
People want the popular vote in the electoral college.
They're more worried about macro issues like NAFTA being repealed. They're worried about tax policy. They're worried about stuff like that, which I think an uncertainty on him.
Okay. Well, he's a change. He's different. The status quo would be Hillary Clinton.
He's crazy.
And that's what Wall Street wants.
He's crazy. She's a crook. They like crooks better than crazy.
And you're not voting. I just thought
crazy like a fox, but
that reason.
You just abstain from the voting. We got to talk to you after that, okay? Because I'm going to take your Eagle Scout honor away. So, Lauren, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Your feeling about Secretary Clinton's emails is what exactly?
The fear is that she can be indicted. President Hillary Clinton could be indicted because of the email and the Clinton Foundation specifically because of those scandals. And a lot of Americans might go to the polls and say, is this even worth it? Because this is going to be chaotic. So
James Kallstrom has been on. He's been on Megan's show, other shows here on Fox, and I saw him in the green room.
Retired FBI agent.
Retired
FBI
agent.
He's not a retired FBI agent. He was the head of the New York office. Major player.
Head of the New York office. He's a big gentleman and a Marine veteran. He thinks that there's going to be an indictment of Secretary Clinton.
We've been hearing that.
And so do you think that the average voter is calculating that when they go into the polls next Tuesday?
No, I've been talking about this with a lot of people, all sorts of people in the know and just like the regular person on the street. And a lot of folks are saying that the way you're going to vote before everything is happening is how you're going to vote. Or you're not going to vote. Low voter turnout scares me.
Let's be real clear what's going on with the FBI, because it's something that we've reported on Fox, because I reported a lot in the New York Post as well. The staff, the guys on the ground want her indicted, no doubt. They've always wanted her indicted. They wanted an investigation into the Clinton Foundation. I've been reporting this for months. It is the power brokers, the guys in Washington, and Kallstrom will tell you the same thing, which has prevented it. And, you know, in order to get an indictment, you need the Justice Department to approve an indictment.
Well, you got to get the grand jury. Just explain to our viewers, you got to get a grand jury together.
The FBI,
so you can issue the subpoenas.
FBI cannot
They wouldn't allow that.
a grand jury impanel.
Good point.
So my point is, this is kind of all moot unless you have a Trump administration. She probably won't be indicted. Now, FBI agents might go rogue and leak the information, which I hope they do, because she deserves to be indicted. But, there's a couple of steps here.
Charlie, we got to wrap up. Before we go, just quickly on the markets for next week, post the election, you say what on Wednesday?
If Hillary wins, markets are stable. And I'm not saying it's good for the markets.
No,
I think it's horrible. But I think short-term markets are stable. If he wins, if Donald wins, it's going to be a crazy ride.
Lauren, you agree with that?
I think if Donald wins, the knee-jerk reaction will be to sell, and we'll come up from there.
And you, Anthony?
Well, he's going to win in a resounding landslide.
And you,
so
Gary?
you guys can dunk me next Friday if I'm wrong about that. But
Is that Kool-Aid under your desk?
Lauren, Charlie, thanks for joining us.
Get you to vote.
Get out there. Don't be like Charlie. Make sure you get out there and vote, every one of you.
My
Get out and vote.
right not to vote.
Yep. Be sure to tune into Fox Business all weekend long for special election programming. We'll see you next week when we will know who the next president of the United States will be.